So hi friends, this is Ashwin Pendyala. Today we shall discuss about one of the problem from the lead code, which is valid anagram. So this question has been asked multiple times in Facebook, especially in coding interviews. So the question goes like this. You will be given two input strings, say input 1 and input 2. So these two are strings. You need to find out whether these two strings are anagrams of each other or not. Say for example, when I mean by anagram, if your input 1 is ASH and your input 2 is HSA, so these two are anagrams of each other. Like the letters from the input 1 with the letters from the input 1, you can form the letter, you can form this second string. So that means it is an anagram. So I hope you know what exactly is anagram. So how do we approach this? So we loop through each and every letter from the input 1, like A, and put it in an internal table and keep the counts of each and every character. So A is occurred once, S is occurred once, and H is occurred. H is also has also occurred once. So then you loop through the second input string, and then what you do is you keep negating from already existing internal table. So you negate H, the next is S, you negate S, and the next is A, you negate A. So finally, you loop through this internal table and you will find out whether there are any characters, whether there is any character which has value other than 0. As it is 1 minus 1, all becomes zeros here. You need to check whether there is any character which has other than 0. So if there is any character like that, then it becomes a non-valid anagram. It's not a valid anagram. So if all the characters have values zeros, it means it is a valid anagram. So this is our approach. Let us go ahead and code it and see how it looks in SAP ABAP. So what you need to do first is, first just take the two lengths of the two input variables, p underscore input equal to, just take the lengths LV, the first one I'm calling it as LV length 1. So I'm just calling it using the string length. Just I need to take the length of second input variable, which is called as LV length 2, input 2. So what I need to do is, first I need to check if my if my input string length, both input string lengths are equal or not. If they are not equal, I right away know that they are not anagrams, because anagrams definitely have the same number of characters. So there is no doubt about it. LV length 2. So what it is, right? If they are not equal, not an anagram. So then directly. So say if they are equal, and you can say else, or you can write it outside. Anything is fine. We have put a return statement. So what you do now is you take this length and just loop it that many times. Do and do LV length 1 times, LV length 1 or LV length 2. Either way, it works for us. What you need to do now is, just I'll take some variable which is psi hyphen index hyphen 1. So this I will act as our offset. It like not an offset. What do we exactly call it? We call it as an index which parses through our string. So you can see it right away. So I of 1 LV underscore x equal to, so LV underscore x has the value. What you need to do right now is, you need to create an internal table and then enter this character into that internal table along with a value to that internal table. So we shall declare an internal table here. Types begin of lty underscore dictionary, some name, any name is fine for us, type C. It also has value which holds how many characters we do have in a string. So now we declare an internal table which is of type, we can declare hash table so that it would be of so that like we declare hash table so that we can easily read from the hash table. If it is standard table, it takes so much time to read through it. If it is hash table, it will be so quick. That's the reason I'm taking the hash table. With unique key, I'll take char. So of course alphabets are only 26, so our internal table size won't be more than 26. I'm just taking another. So I'm just taking a work area so that it would be useful for me when reading it. So fs underscore date type lty underscore dictionary. So I think these are common things. Now as we have taken our first character here, as we have looped, so this is input 1. Yeah, because these are input 1 and input 2. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, now what do we do first is just read our internal table, read table lt underscore dictionary, assigning s underscore dictionary with key. What is our key? Our key is character, with key character equal to lb underscore x1. Let us call it x1 because we are taking the characters from the input 1. So just for our, as any naming, any variable is fine, just to have a proper naming convention. So I'm taking as x. If this is not initial, let us think it is not there. So what happens is I'll insert the value into this internal table. If it doesn't have it, like insert, as it is hash table, I need to use insert, not append. Insert ls underscore dictionary into table lt underscore dictionary. That's it. So before I insert, I need to fill the values to this ls underscore dictionary. Let me clear the ls underscore dictionary. ls underscore dict hyphen char equal to lb underscore x1. So this lb underscore x1 is which I am trying to find it in this dictionary. If it is not there, I'm just filling this with lb underscore x1 and then entering it. Hyphen value equal to. So as it is not there, always the value will be 1, because we are entering the value for the first time. It will always be 1. So we'll be entering this inside this. So if you find it, what happens if you find it? So what happens if the character is already there in the internal table? So what do we do is straightforward again. So we'll increase the value by 1. Whatever the value it may be assigned to it, we'll increase it by 1. So that is it. So if it is not there, we have entered it. If it is if we have already found it, we are increasing the value by 1. So I don't think we need anything else. So we need again the same read table twice. So the reason here is we need to parse through the second input string. We have parsed through the first input string until now. Now we do it for the second input string, just the same way. We'll take another variable, the lb underscore x2. What do we do here is just we'll check this in the internal table if this x2 if this character is already existing. If it is not there, what we would do is so 1 second. I'm sorry, why my brain is not working. So we will be checking this in this internal table. So if it is not there, what I would be doing is I need to put it, I need to enter the value in it with -1, because this time we will be negating the values, whatever the characters we would be getting from p underscore input 2, we'll be negating it. That is the reason we will be entering -1 into this. And for example, if we have found it, so this is done. If you have not, if it is not there, we have entered the value in it. We have entered the value inside it. And if it is existing, if the character is existing, we'll negate the value by 1. So that is it. This should work. So before we run it, what we shall do is we shall declare all the variables. lv underscore x1 type c, lv underscore x2 type c. So I think that is it. Okay, and I is there, right? I type I. It's easy. So finally, we have parsed through two strings, and we have entered into an internal table, and we have filled the values for each and every. We have filled values for the first input string. We are negating the values for the second input string. So what do we do finally is we'll loop through this internal table, assigning fs underscore dictionary. So here what we would do is, if fs underscore dictionary hyphen, so if you have any value which is not equal to 0, what we would do is data of take some variable like boolean variable, say it as abap true. What you do at the end is you can exit this once you have entered it. So what you can do is, if bool, which is boolean value, if it is abap true, it means we have found a character which has a value which is not equal to 0. It means it is not a valid anagram. It means we just write it as not a valid anagram. So if we didn't find any character without any non-zero value, it means it is a valid anagram. That's it. I think we are good. This should work. Excellent. So I'm very happy it is activated in the first try itself. I don't know whether it would work or not. So let me check ASH, HSA. Excellent. This is a valid anagram. So let us try with other variables also. Let's say Ashwant and something. Excellent. Not an anagram. So this is the code. I hope every one of you have understood it. I'll post this code in the in my GitHub profile. So if anyone need it, you can clone it from there. So SAP ABAP coding interview questions are coding in SAP ABAP is especially different compared to Java and Python. Hope every one of you understood this. Thank you for watching. Thanks. Bye.